This is one of the main points in the Gita. Be intellectual. Don't be passive. Use your buddhi in everything. There are 4 kinds of people. There are 2 broad classifications, intellectual and passive. And then there are subdivisions, the intellectually good, intellectually bad. Passive good, passive bad. So, an intellectual person is one who's always using his intellect. And a passive person is one who is not using his intellect. He's just going with the flow, not analyzing. So the passive bad people in the world are those who are just mechanically following their predecessors. They're in that environment of bad. So they're just following it without thinking what is right, what is wrong. And then there are the passive good. They are doing good in the world, or they are good people just because their predecessors have been good. But they're not intellectually thinking what is right, what is wrong. And then there is the intellectually bad, who scheme, who manipulate. And then there are the intellectually good. We often say, honest people suffer in the world, the dishonest are successful, the dishonest are prosperous. And then we relate it to fate, Naseeb. What is the main reason? Why is the dishonest successful and the honest suffering? What is the main cause? What do you think? Anybody? Many people say karma. Passiveness. The intellectually bad can easily manipulate the passive good. Majority of the people in the world are passive. They're not using their intellect. You know why? Because it takes effort to use your intellect. It takes effort to use your intellect in everything, to analyze. So the intellectually bad, that are the dishonest people, are overruling the passive good and passive bad. And the few intellectually good people are the ones who can change the world. That's the need of the hour. Now, let's see in Mahabharata itself, let's see these 4 categories of people. Who do you think the Pandavas were? If we were to categorize them in either intellectually good or passive bad, or passive good, intellectually bad. The Pandavas, Yudhishthir, Arjuna, and the 5 brothers. Exactly, passive good. And Duryodhana and Shakuni? Intellectually bad. The rest of the brothers of Duryodhana? Passive bad. And Krishna? The Pandavas suffered because they were passive good. They suffered at the hands of Shakuni and Duryodhana, who were intellectually manipulating, scheming against them. When the Pandavas surrendered to Lord Krishna, who was intellectually good, he saved them. Otherwise, these 5 they would have gone long before. Arjuna didn't want to fight on the battlefield. Right? He wanted to pack up and just run away. So the point is, we ought to be intellectually good and not be passive.